The Ash, Luttsy and Susie Snackbox.
What are you doing here, Nick?
Oh, well, that's right. We're back for the 2024 quiz, putting the Riz back in Paris. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning. Can you speak French to us, please?
Bienvenue, bon matin, Susie, Ashley, Luttsy. I found a new French word as we keep going.
Yeah.
There is a word for non-Parisians, and it's called a plouc. So even if you are from France, you are not considered a Parisian unless you live there. Therefore, you are called a plouc. So, Luttsy, your buzzer this morning will be plouc. Plouc. Susie,
Yes.
your butterfly, yours will be not the French version of butterfly. You'll be papillon this morning. You say that with me?
Ooh, I love
Papillon.
that.
I like this.
Papillon.
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 Madame
Mademoiselle
Papillon.
Papillon.
Do you want me to say Madame Papillon?
Madame Papillon.
Madame Papillon?
It's a lot of syllables, but we'll go somewhere along there. And Ashley, well, voodoo is voodoo, so you can just take it. You can be voodoo.
Oh, thank you.
I won't
Cool.
confuse you.
Okay.
All right, so Buzz has kept me to 3 questions this morning, so let's get this underway. Welcome to the 2024 quiz. The surfing is being held, of course, as we know.
Plouc.
French.
Yes. Now you got to
what?
answer it. In Twipu.
I mean, it's where it's being held, but it's not the question. It broke the record for the furthest distance from
Madame
a
Papillon.
host city. Madame Papillon.
15,500 kilometres.
Monsieur Voodoo.
We've got time here. I can still read some more question if you like.
No, he said...
He's already buzzed in.
It's already buzzed
So
in.
Suze's incorrect.
Sue's incorrect. Ash, this is your chance.
I'm going to go down Suze. I think it's the distance thing too.
Let him read.
16,000 kilometres.
Look, it could be correct, but it's not the question I was going for.
you could've waited.
It is now. All of you
said
could
his
have
name.
waited, but you chose not to. 3 false starts. That's okay. The question was going to be: it is now the furthest venue from its original host city. Could you please tell me the games in which that record was originally held?
Madame Papillon.
Madame
We keep
Papillon.
going. Australia.
It was, yes.
Ah,
Equestrian,
good one.
1956.
I'll give you a bonus point. You can have a point here if you
Equestrian
can
was
tell me which city.
in Stockholm.
Correct.
Oh,
Oh my God, that's a great get. That's a very good get.
Yeah.
Due to quarantine.
Oh, I feel so good.
Due to quarantine laws, they couldn't bring the horses into Australia.
Wow.
Not
Wow.
a real answer.
Okay.
I was already disqualified.
All right, because we are the nursiest show in Brisbane, we are the most, we found it last week, the most Slavic show in Brisbane, but we're also the most Irish show. And last night, just this morning, Daniel Whiffen for Ireland secured their
Monsieur
first...
Voodoo.
I'm sure by
this
now
is
you would have
great.
learned to listen
This
to the
is
question,
great.
but that's okay, go for it.
800 freestyle.
That was the event that he won in. But could you
going, keep
the
going.
question was, could you please tell me an event that Ireland has won gold
Madame
in
Papillon.
before?
200... 400...
Just a discipline.
Swimming.
Swimming, correct.
I would have
I mean,
got
that's
that.
bit of help there.
Michelle Smith.
This is why I kept him to 3 questions, because he takes 10 minutes to ask one.
And
There was a girl that won an Irish girl that won here, got bronze here, didn't she? An Irish girl.
chasing gold medals here.
What do you mean by here?
Oh, just gold. I mean, in Paris, where I am.
Oh.
I thought a girl got a medal as well. Anyway, it was
all
just
right.
gold medals.
And finalement, les questions en français. Numéro 3. Le Grand Palais accueille escrime los Jeux Olympiques. En quelle année a-t-il été construit? A. 1700. B. 1800. C. 1900.
Plouc.
Plouc.
Nesson. C.
C'est correct. The venue for the fencing is the Grand Palais. When was it built?
There we go.
In 1900.
Well, Luttsy is the fencing guy on
So
the
who
show,
wins?
So Susie wins 2-1.
Oh, well done.
The Ash, Luttsy and Susie Snackbox.
Suze, that gold medal by Kaylee McEwen today, do you think that she has been underrated thus far by the Australian public?
Yeah, I think so, because I was just saying, how do you stand out in that team? Like, I think in my mind it's all Arnie, pretty much.
Yeah.
Even Emma McKeon is kind of, I mean, you know, I always think about in 20 years' time, who are we going to be talking about the most out of all these that amazing swimmers in this
That's a
team?
good point.
Who will it be? Will it be Arnie? Will it be Molly? Will it be Kaylee?
Well, it's going to have to be Kaylee
Or
because
Emma.
she won't be forgotten after what she's done today. She's etched a name into like pretty rare slice of Australian sporting history, becoming only the 4th Australian woman, is it, to defend an Olympic title?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that makes me sorry. Why couldn't I just
come
do it in
on.
mine?
Yeah.
No, I don't know why.
no.
Whenever I time I hear it, I go, oh, God, I was so close. I could have done it.
Yeah.
It's so hard to do, honestly. Arnie did do it in
You
the
know
400
better than
free.
anyone, yeah.
100 back. And you know what? She's got a very good chance of doing it in the 200 back as well. Shirley Strickland has done it in the running, and obviously Dawn Fraser did it 3 times, which is
Wow.
even more rare.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
So that's rare.
it's
And
really
you're right,
difficult
like
to do.
the way it is now, there's so many stars. There's probably not. You're right. The 20-year test that
Yeah.
we can't have 5 or 6 big names. You know, it just doesn't work that way, does it? Really?
And also remember their medal tallies now because of the relays. They're so good in the depth, the relays, and also heat swimmers also get a medal. Like Molly is almost going to surpass Emma at these Olympics in gold medals.
Really?
What?
Wow.
Pretty sure. Let me get my stats right.
Oh, those relays.
I think
so
she's
they
at
can
4.
ra-
I
they
think
can
Molly's
rack
at
'em up.
4 gold medals at the moment.
I saw an interesting thing on
Wow.
some form of social media yesterday. It was an innocent question that went viral, but I'd be interested to get your answer in it. Apparently, one of the American journalists asked one of the Australians over there, why is Australia so good at swimming? And it is quite remarkable, given that we are such a small nation, that we are a powerhouse on the world stage when it comes to swimming. What do you reckon it is?
Well,
What do we got that the other
well,
countries need?
it's history. We've got the obviously most Australians learn to swim. Would you say?
Oh, it's like pretty, I think so. Like from an
Learn
early
to
age.
swim is a really big thing in our country.
We're a coastal population.
Coastal population. Geez, we do bat above our weight, don't we?
If you look at
Remarkably
comments,
so.
like and a lot of people are talking about this, you know, obviously in Paris and everything. If you look at comments, I know this is just mug punters, but the overwhelming reasoning that people believe that we're good at swimming and certain sports is because that we're better funded than other nations, and that Australia considers sport more important than other nations, and therefore the athletes receive sport. I'm not saying that is. I don't know whether comparatively that is actually true, but that's what people believe. People believe we care more about sport, therefore governments give us more support.
Yeah, we do care.
But
more.
they don't really, do they? They're not
Well,
rich.
I don't know the statistics. I know Gina Reinhardt is funding the swimmers personally, which makes a massive difference, I think. But also they train hard, and we've got really, really good coaches.
They train so
That-
hard.
Yeah.
This team is the best team
Yeah.
I have ever seen. The depth and the professionalism and how hard they train. And their coach blows me away. I would hate to do their training sessions. And I was a hard trainer, but I would not want to be them. The work they
You're
go
right.
through.
And the coaches, you can't say they're flash in the pan, because these coaches aren't just producing one athlete at one event. They're producing multiple athletes across multiple championships and Olympics time and time again. There's no other explanation for that other than excellent coaching and systems in place.
And nothing more fascinating than what Dean Boxall has done at
Yes.
these Olympic Games and how he has been able to manage on a human level 2 elite
Yep.
athletes and lead both of them to gold medals where their major competition is the other person, and keep them in the
Yeah.
same stable
And
is remarkable.
And he'll do that again tomorrow morning in the 100 free. He's also got the top 2.
Yeah.
I think they're ranked 2nd and 3rd going into the final, Shayna Jack and Molly O'Callaghan. And they are all big personalities. Like, I don't mean loud, I just mean there. To manage them all in the one squad and all these other swimmers he's got. And Michael Bowl does the same thing with his
Bowley's
squad,
done the
another
same
squad.
thing.
I don't know
incredible.
how they do it.
Yep, and they've been doing it for a long time. Michael Bowl, Boxall, like these guys have been producing like this for a long period of time. Like Steph Rice, he was Michael Bowl, wasn't he?
Yeah, I
Like,
think-
yeah.
I just wanted
She
to
was.
say what she says, though.
Yeah, say
Because
it.
a lot of athletes do live below the poverty line. Kate from Polaris just rang up and said that. Like, I think
100%.
me
Yeah,
saying
of course they
that Gina funds the swimmers, I mean, funds them to like $40,000 a year is what I'm saying funding. I'm
Yeah.
not saying hundreds and thousands of dollars. I'm saying that they can pay their rent. And they are the most
Yeah,
funded. They are the most funded sport. All the other sports, they are below the poverty line, definitely.
Yeah, and also, I mean, what I'm saying with funding is also like the Queensland Academy of Sport, like the contribution that they have played over many years it's a significant factor in our success. I'm not saying that they're plunging hundreds of thousands of dollars into their purses, but it's just that support just to be able to compete at that level. I think we do better than I dare say most countries do.
Well, I hope we all get around Kaylee McEwen now, because like she has done something remarkable this morning. She's got to be a marketer's dream too, Kaylee McEwen. I mean, she is as cool as it gets. Her family's over there supporting her. And it's
She
just
swears a bit.
great.
That's pretty
I
cool.
love it. She's excellent.
The Ash, Luttsy and Susie Snackbox.
This is it's Olympic related. I know we're trying to spice in some other things, but it's also like when has the phone rung at exactly the wrong time?
Oh,
Because
yeah, hearing you.
it happened to me this morning.
13, 24, 10.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Oh, okay. Well, the only other time that I could
You're on fire.
I could think of was Luttsy did to me a couple of years ago. Oh, it was a long time ago. What do you reckon? Like 10 years ago or something? I can't remember.
Which one?
Oh, he got my phone in the office here during
Oh,
a
yeah.
meeting or whatever, and he changed the ringtone to it. Mm-hmm. And it was a disgusting ringtone. It was
Like a song.
no, it was like a voice.
It was
or
me
something. It was Luttsy,
screaming,
actually.
wasn't
It
it?
was actually Lutsy's
Yeah.
voice, yeah. And he was going. He's going. I'm like, Brandon, answer your effing phone. Answer the effing phone. Answer me.
Yeah.
Can you still do
I
that?
said your name.
Yeah,
I don't know. Can you do that still?
I don't know. But I was late. I didn't know that he did it, obviously. And I was in, I was in the bank queue at the National Australia Bank at Runaway Bay, and it came out as loud as anything. It was in my pocket. My hands are full. I'm
It'll take you
juggling
ages to
like
get it.
keychains. And answer yeah. But this morning, driving up
Yeah.
from the coast, it was like 4:30 this morning. I was in heaven. Like, you know, I was listening to Ray Hadley, actually, and Libby Lenton calling the swimming at
Libby
the...
Trickett.
Trickett, yeah.
Libby Trickett, sorry, Libby. They're doing a great job, and it was right at the Cole Chalmers 50 metres, 100-metre semi-final for the freestyle. It goes for 47 seconds. The race goes for 47 seconds.
And what time is this, by the way?
This is at like 4:30 this morning.
Yeah, so no one's ringing.
Yeah.
No, I'm driving by myself, and Libby had just said, and Kyle has turned in whatever it was, 22.51 seconds, and then the radio stops, and Jody called me.
Oh.
And you can't stop a call in a car, can you? Or can you?
No,
Can you turn it off? Can you hang up before?
Sometimes, some cars you can, but even then it takes a bit of time.
Maybe.
So
Yeah.
they're on the back stretch.
Oh, no, that's the
I
whole
know there's
second
less
50.
than 20, and it took me 5 seconds in my dull head, like at that hour of the morning, to go, if I answer the phone and say, I'll call you back, then that I've only got 20 seconds to play with.
Yeah.
So,
But if you don't answer it, it's the whole 50, isn't it? Like the ring out. It'll ring out
yes,
for the
and
whole
so
50.
I thought the only thing I can do here is like actually press the red button and stop
Oh,
it.
you can do that?
Yeah,
Okay.
so
Yeah.
I pressed
Deny.
I denied, block, go away,
Perfect.
and then call her back. Yeah.
Or does she keep calling?
Well, she called back literally, like I got to hear the end of the race, and they were explaining the seconds and third where they all came, and she called back, and I answered that one. I couldn't.
Take a hint, Joe.
What did
Come
she
on.
want?
Yeah, that's a good question, though.
Yeah,
When-
13.
When's a phone called?
Yeah.
Yeah, wrong time.
Michael. Yeah, mate. What do you got?
So my wife and I, when we got married back in 2016, I had lots of family and stuff there, people that are all addicted to their phones. I threatened them that if anyone's phones rang during the ceremony, that I would throw them in the lake. During the ceremony, my phone rang just as my wife and I were exchanging vows. And it was, this is awkward.
Oh, no.
Was it on loud?
It was, very much so.
And has she brought that up any times in an argument since then?
No, we just sort of look back on it and laugh about it now because it was just, at the time, I was scanning the hall to see whose phone it was, and then I could feel the telltale vibrating in my pocket. I'm like, oh, that's me.
Who was it? Was it one of your mates?
It was him.
Trying to find you out. No, who was calling you?
It was actually a person that was calling me back about a job that I had applied for, and I'm like, well, this is a bad time.
That's funny.
Did you get the job?
I did, funnily enough, yeah.
What a way to start the honeymoon.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Do one more?
Yeah, all right. Ron, you're on the air. What happened?
Hey, g'day guys. Yeah, good old dawn service, Anzac Day.
Oh, no.
Turned the phone off, forgot to turn the alarm off. My phone miraculously turned itself back on and started going off.
Oh, yeah, that happens with alarms, doesn't it? Oh, that's
I got a
amazing.
That's brutal.
very firm grip on my shoulder. I turned around, there's an old guy there with a bunch of medals on his chest. He made me feel like absolute rubbish. The best thing was, 3 minutes later, his phone went off.
The Ash, Luttsy and Susie Snackbox.
I went to my friend's house yesterday to have a sleepover. She lives at the Sunshine Coast. So I drove down in the afternoon, and I had this is what I want to talk about. I had a meal at a time that I think is the best time in the day to have a meal, and I've made up a name for it as well.
Here we go.
Well, I might have made it up, but it's not a common, like, you've got breakfast and you've got brunch combination between breakfast and lunch. I'm looking up other names. Elevenses. Have you ever heard of elevenses?
Nobody's doing it.
No.
Is that a
What
British?
is that?
Is that a British thing, Alicia? It says it's morning tea.
Yeah, 11Z's, I think.
Let's
11Z's.
let's not focus too much on that. I don't want to live in a world where people around me are doing 11s.
What is it?
It's
Is
like-
it
Yeah, what?
Well, I assume it's let's me at 11.
like, is it like sandwiches or something at
It's a
11?
mid-morning tea with snacks
Isn't that brunch?
designed to curb halvings.
Ash, if I ever
halfings.
text you saying, "Yo, I want to catch up for 11s,"
Well, if you ever text me and say, do you want to catch up for 11s, the answer will be yes. But failing that,
Has it got another meaning? Is
Well,
there
you'll have
another
another
meaning?
meeting.
I don't know.
If I ever say that to Ash, there'll be another meeting.
Yeah. Well, I had dinner yesterday,
all right, lunch and, all right,
lunch
okay.
and dinner, at 3:30. And I'm going to say that is the best time for a meal ever.
That's like Christmas
How's that
Day.
not afternoon tea?
Yeah,
Well, because you eat savoury food and you can drink.
right.
Whereas
And that is-
to
what's
me, afternoon tea is biscuits and cake and tea and coffee.
That's brunch, isn't it?
Brunch? No, brunch is
Brunch is like...
brunch
That's
is
before.
is
Before
bacon
12.
and eggs and coffee. Brunch is breakfast and lunch. Did you not know that?
Well,
Feel a bit sad for
bacon,
you.
How embarrassing.
bacon and eggs and coffee would be breakfast to me, but
Well,
I think it depends on when you eat it. What
Potatoes,
time.
potatoes.
If you're eating
Yeah.
that at 11,
Yes.
it's brunch, I think.
I reckon dinner. I can go. I want to do dinner for the rest of my life. That's why I love staying at my friend's house. If I want to have a good relax and feel refreshed, I go to my friend.
Do you have dinner after dinner?
No, you're not meant to. No, you're not meant to.
Last meal of the day.
I did have. Well, we took some leftovers from dinner, and I just had a little sneaky piece of pizza just before I went to bed.
So is it a late lunch or an early dinner? Like, so you're
was
eating lunch
both.
foods or you're eating dinner foods?
Well, it was the same, lunch and dinner, but then you can go to bed at 7 p.m. That's why I like it. That's why
I'm all up for that.
you have dinner.
But do you
Why
think
is this
I love
sad?
this music. 7 p.m. bedtime.
Yeah. Oh, actually, it was probably 7:30. My friend and I, we were sitting there on the couch. You know, you find a kindred spirit who lives the same hours that you would like to live.
And you like us so much that you both go, "Let's go sleep."
7.
Like,
let's go to bed now?
Let's both go to our separate bedrooms and go to bed.
that's a kindred spirit. You like each other so much.
Stacey's got a new one. What do you got, Stacey? What do you got?
Okay, hi. My name is Stacey, yeah. And at our house, we very, very often have what we call brinner, breakfast for dinner. So it's bacon and eggs for dinner or something like that because we've got chickens.
Oh, you got what?
Chickens.
Oh,
Yeah.
I love that idea. You know, my mum, that was her go-to dinner if she didn't have any dinner, was scrambled eggs. I like that, and you call it brinner. We didn't have chickens. We went to the supermarket to get our eggs.
What did you have?
The supermarket.
Oh, no, pizza. What?
You had
Yeah.
supermarkets.
Scrambled eggs.
So what did you have? So what'd you have for Brinny? Yes, what is it?
It's a breakfast for dinner.
No,
No, but what did you have for
dinner?
dinner?
Oh, what did I eat for dinner?
For dinner, sorry.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pizza, did you say?
No, I'll tell you what I had exactly. I had garlic bread. I had a caprese salad, which is, we went to a restaurant, which is, I'm not making this, which is tomato
Oh,
and,
right,
and
you went
cheese.
Right.
And then we also had pizza, and we also had a prawn pasta.
Jeez.
A bottle of Chardonnay.
Yeah, well,
You
your,
don't
your
mind.
problemo there is finding a joint that's serving, that serves
Ah.
anything at 4 p.m. because I have that 12 till 3 when we
That
open
is
the
true.
kitchen at 5.
That is true.
What time does dinner end?
Yeah.
So what's the latest you could eat your dinner?
I reckon the latest you could eat your dinner, you'd have to finish by 4:30
Huh?
because I reckon by 5 it's almost dinner time. Don't you think?
Yeah. Yeah, it's like a, yeah.
Oh, here's
exactly.
another one. Scott, what have you got? What do you like to eat?
So I've got dunch.
Dunch.
It's between lunch
Dunch.
and dinner.
Oh, jeez.
Oh,
I thought it was an illness.
The Ash, Luttsy and Susie Snackbox.
I was just texting with my brother. He's in Tahiti, in Teahahu. For the
How do you say it?
I can't remember. Is it Teahapu?
I call it chow poo.
Yeah, same here.
Tara.
Teahahu. There's no surfing today. They've called it off, but I think one of the defining images of the Olympics, of this Olympics, will be that picture yesterday of Gabriel Medina. If you haven't seen it yet, that's one of the most amazing
So-
photos.
He's fallen off a wave, hasn't he? And as he's falling off, he's done the number one Why is he like I'm number one, isn't he?
Well, he just it was he thought he was going to get a perfect 10. I think he ended up getting a 9.9. And I was reading a story, and the photo, you would have seen it by now. If you haven't, Nick's going to put it up on our Insta. But it just looks like he's just suspended mid-air, and the board is absolutely mimicking him. It's like it's leant up against a wall.
Yeah, and he looks like he's standing on the air, like his feet are flat.
And the leg rope is horizontal.
I know.
It's the most amazing photo, and he's saluting. There's something almost biblical about that photo, isn't it? Like he's got his finger up into the air, and it
looks photoshopped, doesn't it?
It does look
photoshopped. That's how
photoshopped.
clean it is.
Yeah.
I was reading about the photographer.
What's his name? He sounds French.
Yeah, he is. He's a French guy, Jérôme Brulé. And he said the conditions were perfect. He kind of preempted it. He was in a boat with 6 other photographers.
Yeah.
And he anticipated the fact that quite often if Medina has a good wave, he does something dramatic like that.
Really?
So he kind of preempted where, if Medina did come out of the barrel, where he might jump up, and he got it right.
Geez, that's a pretty good get, isn't it?
And then he was saying, sorry, Luttsy, he was saying that his photos that he takes on his digital camera, they go straight back to his agency at the office. And he kept snapping photos until they had a 6-minute break. And by the time he got to having a 6-minute break, the agency had already sent the picture out on their socials, tagged him in it. He'd seen that ESPN had shared it. Like all of this within a matter of moments from a boat in Tahiti. And it's just become a phenomenon, a worldwide viral phenomenon.
It's pretty cool because at the stadiums, they're doing a thing where they're saying sport a piece is like a piece of art. So they're taking photos taken from the Olympics and putting like a frame saying maybe this will end up in the Louvre. Yeah. And they're taking those photos and putting them out the stadiums. I didn't see that one today because maybe it was they're different photographers they're using, but they're pretty much doing that where that's a frameable piece, isn't it? Like you can put on a wall.
I think like Buzz said, it looks that good that it looks like it's AI. It is photoshopped.
Yeah, it does. I've got a friend over there, actually, a photographer, Wade Brennan. He's over there at the swimming at the moment getting photos. Oh, yeah. It's such a thrill for there's so many different levels of the Olympics, isn't it, of excellence. It's not just the athletes, it's the journalists, it's the photographers, it's around, the
announcers.
The announcers.
The announcers, the broadcasters, Yeah, well,
what's that ticking?
Someone was giving you great feedback too. What was that thing we were just sharing there? What's that?
That's Stephanie from Jim Boomer. Unfortunately, won't be getting
Stephanie.
a new pram.
What?
Yeah, pay your bills out of time.
You'll never find out.
Yeah, no, you have been getting some raps, Luttsy, about how I got a mate over in Paris at the moment who said who actually was at the Rugby Sevens, I think, for the first day of the women's, and said you'd done a fantastic job over there. And we saw something online in the Radio Green Room, which is a very niche Facebook group for radio people.
Oh, I tried to get on that Facebook group.
Oh, you're too big for that, I reckon. Like they only in a good way. Like they're usually like regional people who.
Oh, you had to try. No, you had to prove that you.
Yeah.
That you're on the radio. Okay, right. Oh, that makes me feel better.
Yeah.
Okay.
The Ash, Luttsy and Susie Snackbox.